Howdy, friends. Boy, do I have a fun scandal to talk about today. I'm calling it Missing Shoegate. However, I don't think I can really talk about this before explaining a little bit more, since I don't upload 2 videos a month or whatever like I used to. I haven't really talked about the politics of Iceland now for almost a year, so I feel that a small update is necessary. So, for those of you who haven't missed out on the last season, here's a recap. The last election did not go well for the outgoing coalition, so we now have a new regime. This was the first time since 2013 where we had what we call a clean regime change. That is when none of the parties in the new governing coalitions were members of the previous coalition. And this only happens like every 10-20 years or so in Iceland. So the Social Democrats, also known as Alliance, and the People's Party and Viðreisn have formed a majority government, which is sort of a center-left government. But this is a strange one since the usual left-wing parties that we have dealt with are no longer with us. Rest in peace, my sweet, sweet prince, Vafgir. So, what is the scandal that I want to talk about? Well, again, that is the missing shoegate. So, here is the gist of the story. So, this saga begins in early January this year. The schools had just begun after Christmas and New Year's holidays. And yeah, the school's headmaster, this guy here, received a call from this woman here, who is the current Minister of Housing and Social... This is the title. And yeah, it was an angry call because, I think her granddaughter attends this school. She lost a pair of shoes, and Inga called very angrily because they thought that the school wasn't doing enough in order to, help her granddaughter find those shoes. She asked, hey, why is the security so lax? Did somebody just come and steal them? And according to witnesses, she didn't outright threaten the poor headmaster, but she did sort of imply that she had connections with the local police. Yes, she does. She is a government minister after all, so one would assume that she does. According to some accounts, which, by the way, as far as I know, these are just rumors, but I feel I need to mention it. According to some rumors, Inga was absolutely sauced when this phone call took place. And I want to remind you that it took place on a Tuesday at 9 o'clock in the morning, which, if true, would make this absolutely hilarious. So I like to think that this is true, that she actually was drunk, just because that makes the story even funnier. Whenever I don't know the exact truth, I tend to just go with the funnier option. I recommend that. That is a very nice way of living happily. So anyway, this scandal blows over, and this was actually during the People's Party Great Scandal Extravaganza, which I'm gonna call it. Basically, there was a period of time where the People's Party did not seem to be able to go through 1 week without having at least some scandal of some kind. Now, admittedly, some of these scandals were minor, but when they come one after another, there was serious talk that the government may not last till the summer, let alone for the next 4 years. This was embarrassing. Prime Minister Kristrún Frostadóttir, who is actually rather popular, every time a scandal like this happened, she would come out and tell to the press that she had full confidence in this regime and in her cabinet. I think Kristrún is a fairly decent prime minister. I think she's fine, but come on, Kristrún, don't lie to us. You obviously don't think that. No, your confidence has been shaken, and either that or you're a fucking idiot. All right, yeah. About all the other scandals that the People's Party has been involved in, I'm not gonna go through them all. Here's a list, okay? Yeah, that's a full list. So far, this cabinet has been an absolutely wild ride. So why am I talking about Shoegate, something that happened in January right now? Well, it is in the news again because the headmaster of Skómálið, that's the junior college in question, he has been made to resign. So, from what I understand, headmasters of government-run junior colleges are, they are hired or fired by the Ministry of Education. They are not hired by the school or local authorities. No, they are directly state appointed by the ministry. They need to renew his contract in a few months, and the ministry has said that they are not going to, although he is allowed to apply. By the way, the guy is turning 67, which is the retirement age in Iceland, in 2 years. So, and according to all sources, his record within the school system has been spotless. He has worked for the Ministry of Education actually at several points as an advisor, and students at the school are protesting his dismissal, and he claims that the reason why he's being let go probably has something to do with #MissingShoegate. And now, obviously, the government, especially the ministers of the People's Party in government, they all fiercely deny that there is any connection between these two things, and they're just deciding to letting him go because they are making some rearrangement in the education system, sure. I haven't heard any news about any other school headmasters that are also having their contracts non-renewed. So, yeah, this is fishy AF. But it's mainly really funny. It's just really funny that these so-called populists here are, the idea that they would dismiss this seemingly very competent educator, because he got into an argument with Inga Sæland. One thing about Inga Sæland, she is well known for having a very explosive personality. That's just not me putting down her. That is just one of her trademarks. That's who she is. But now she's been in opposition for this whole time. So obviously, now that you're actually in power, you need to show a little bit of, I guess not necessarily restraint, but professionalism. Yeah, would be nice. And then the People's Party has, not been displaying a lot of that. So I just wanted to bring this little funny story to your attention, and also I really just wanted to upload at least something this year again. So I just, grabbed the latest news story that I thought was interesting and decided to go with it. I hope you enjoy this video, and like and subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in another video, I don't know, 6 months from now or whatnot. So take care, bye bye.